Afternoon, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, back out here at the Pathfinder Outfitters kitchen. It's been a few days since we've cooked anything. Went squirrel hunting this morning, got ourselves a couple squirrels. I butchered one of them bad boys up, and I'm going to put a little bit of the footage in this video, but not enough to hopefully get it demonetized. And the rest of that footage will be on my Patreon page eventually when I get it uploaded there. In the meantime, we're going to cook some squirrel and gravy and mashed potatoes today, so stay with me and we'll get started. All right, so the first thing we'll do is we'll cut up a couple potatoes here. I know you're going to ask what knife is that, and this is the Black Bear, which is a knife that was out of production or has been out of production for a while. It's a great Hunter Skinner style design. We have a few of these back on the website as of today, along with some other past models of knives that we have discontinued, and we've rolled out a new pricing structure on our knives for 2023 early for the holiday seasons based on availability of materials now based on a few months ago or related to a few months ago. And also the fact that we've been able to increase our production by leaning out our process and making things a little bit more conducive to workflow. So if you're interested in a knife, now's the time to get the best pricing on it. If you're interested on any of these past models that we don't make anymore, we dusted off a few blanks and finished those out, and they are ready and on the site for sale as of now. Let's get these bad boys on the boil. Okay, so we have been marinating our squirrel here after we butchered it in buttermilk for a couple hours in the refrigerator. And we're going to set that bag aside. We're going to take another Ziploc bag. We're going to mix up some breading here. We're going to save that breading for our gravy as well. All right, so in this bag, we're going to start with, first of all, a cup of flour. Put 2 of these half-cup scoops is enough. Set that to the side a minute, and then we'll get some seasoning in there as well. Next thing is I'm going to put in, probably a tablespoon of sea salt. Put in probably, that's a little bit more than we need. We're going to put in about a teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to take some of this bone-sucking steak seasoning and rub, and we're going to go ahead and open this dude up and shake out, I don't know, a tablespoon-ish in our hand, and add that to the mix as well, and we're going to shake that up really good. All right, so we've got potatoes boiling over there in the Pathfinder 120 ounce, and we've got some peanut oil over here, about 3/4 of an inch, getting hot in our Bayou Classic skillet. We'll wait for that to get to the smoking heat. You can see bubbles forming in it now. It's about where we want to be, and now it's time to go get our squirrel. Okay, so we're going to take our squirrel here, get our bag opened up, and we'll grab one piece at a time, starting with these back straps, and we'll throw them in. Shake them around real good in that seasoning. I like to keep a wet hand and a dry hand when I'm doing this. Pull him out and put him on a rack. Change to the wet hand here. Put a hind quarter in. Shake it up real good. Get in there with the dry hand. Fish that dude out, shake him off. Put him on the rack. All right. Give it a little test here. Look at that. Now, squirrel's pretty tough meat, and things run around a lot, so they're stringy. Keeping a lid on this skillet will help soften that meat, keep that moisture in there. We want about 6 to 8 minutes per side on this bad boy before we flip it. All right, let's see where we're at here. Roll one of these dudes over. Oh, look at that. Golden brown. Look at that. Man, oh man. Things are just about perfect. Back strap there. Man. Right. Looking real good. We're going to put this squirrel over here to drain and to rest for a minute. We turn this way down for a minute where it's barely on. We're going to get rid of everything in here liquid-wise except for a little bit. But we don't want to get rid of any of the drippings either. And then we're going to add a little bacon grease to it. Get ourselves a little bacon grease going in there. Money. Money. Now, along with that bacon grease, we'll put a little of that flour right out of that seasoning bag in there. A couple tablespoons for sure. And we're going to brown that flour. Make us a roux here. All them giblets in there we want in there. We're not going to add it all at once. We'll go a little at a time. So this nice and hot. Kind of tempering that as we go so we don't get a ton of lumps in here. Just really want enough to kind of fill the bottom of this pan. No more than that. I don't need any more than that, so no sense making more than that. All right. Get this gravy and put it in a bowl here. Set it aside. Okay, our potatoes should be done by now. Now we just got to pull them and drain the water off of those bad boys. And we can mash them up. If you're trying to save on dishes, you definitely could just mash them right in this container. This masher makes a quick job of it. I mean, there's nothing to this, and it gets right down there in the bottom. Scrapes that stuff out of the corners. Does a great job. I would recommend adding just a tan of milk to that. Now you can see what we get there. We add a little milk to that. We're good. All right, I like a little seasoned salt on my stuff here right at the end. And got a Bulldog root beer here. Try that today. Got our squirrel and our gravy. Already got a couple pieces on our plate with some taters. See what we got going on here. Oh man. Woo. Boy, that's good. Golly, that's good. Taters and gravy are good. Yeah. That squirrel is done perfect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One thing about squirrel, it's always going to be toothpick required. But, man, oh man, is it good. Listen, guys, I really appreciate you joining me out here today for this video. Just a quick video, cooking up a morning harvest. Great lunch. Little mashed potatoes, little squirrel gravy, little gravy. Hard to beat a meal like that outdoors anytime. No question about it. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, all our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back to another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks. Bam. Back after that. Yeah, man. Lord have mercy. So good. All right, Zon. Where you at, buddy?